Good evening, welcome to the Royal Opera House, both to the audience here in the Claw studio upstairs and to you watching worldwide via our YouTube stream. I'm Kirsten O'Brien, and tonight, what a treat you're in for, witnessing the Royal Ballet's production of the Nutcracker in rehearsal just a couple of weeks before opening night. Now, the performance has almost sold out, but don't panic, because we are broadcasting live to cinemas around the world on the 16th of December. And here is a taster of what's in store for you. Oh, I tell you what, Christmas is not complete without a bit of Nutcracker. So to find out your closest cinema, visit roh.org.uk/cinema. And to get involved this evening, we'd love to hear from you. If you're on Twitter, why not tweet us your thoughts? We're #ROHNutcracker. So let me talk you through what's going to happen. Later, we're going to see guest principal ballet master Christopher Carr rehearsing dancers James Hay and Fumi Kaneko as the Soldier and Vivandere dolls. First up, though, two stars of the Royal Ballet, principals Matthew Golding and Lauren Cuthbertson, who'll be rehearsing the most famous role of them all, Sugar Plum Fairy and her prince. And leading the rehearsal is director of the Royal Ballet, Kevin O'Hare. Let's welcome him, please, Kevin. Join me. Nice to see you. Oh, so, talk us through what we're about to see. Where are we at this point?
Well, we're lucky enough to have Lauren and Matthew with us tonight, and they've started rehearsing together. Lauren, of course, has grown up with the Nutcracker and has danced the Sugar Plum Fairy in this production many, many times. But Matthew, this is his debut. Matthew was at the Royal Ballet School and then danced in a few companies around the world and is now back with the Royal Ballet. And so this is his first time of dancing this version of the Nutcracker. He has danced other versions, probably countless other versions around America, but this is the first time with Sir Peter Wright's version in the Royal Ballet.
And what makes the pairing of Matthew and Lauren so special?
Well, I think they've got really great dynamics, and I'm sure Lauren feels very safe in his hands. He's a strong man. He's a strong man, and I think with Lauren's she's so exuberant when she performs, and I think Matthew can match that. And I think in this pas de deux particularly, you want to feel that they're both in control of what they're doing, but they can add that extra sparkle and magic for Christmas as well.
I like the sound of that. Yeah. Let's welcome them on. Lauren and Matthew, here they come. We've got our Royal Ballet pianist, Grant Green, all set over there, so I will hand over to you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, of course, you all know Matthew and Lauren. So they've had a few rehearsals with Leslie Collier, who actually was the ballerina in the first performance of this production in 1984, and also Jonathan Cope, who danced it many times as well. I think he was the original King Rat, Jonathan, but then became a prince. So then they've been rehearsing with them, and now they've got me for tonight. Everybody else was busy, so they've got me, and so I'm looking forward to seeing them. And so we'll start with the pas de deux. Now, the pas de deux is, I think, one of the most it's the most classical of pas de deux. It really is. It's got to be absolutely so pure, so on the music, and who better to do that than these two? So let's start it and see where we get to. So we're separated in the centre there. And they come through, it's quite, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's quite odd because they have a little entrance at the beginning, and then they go off and there's all the dances go on, the Spanish and the Russian and the Chinese, and so you're waiting around, aren't you? And then in this production there's 2 doors, and you come through these doors, and it's a sort of strange thing to be separated, isn't it, before a pas de deux, but then, and suddenly the music starts. Okay. Great. I just wondered whether, were you comfortable? So this was great. Walked around, saw each other right on the music there. It's lovely when we suddenly have that highlight there. When you came in, were you comfortable? I thought you were a bit close, a bit too close. So I think, so you've done your bow here, you came in. So I would step back into her, so then she's feeling, so she's got room to do that. And then keep looking at her as much as possible, so then we see. So all eyes are on her at that point, I think. And then the pirouette was really good. I think the timing of that was good. Do you want to get straight behind her quicker, so that you're right behind, so we don't see that? And then this, wherever, being careful of Lauren's back tonight and neck, but that is a little, the turn is creamy, and then we see a little bit more, a bit more hold there, okay. And then back up into Sugar Plum Fairyland. Shall we try it again?
Yeah. Do we wait for the music to start, or should we? Yeah.
I think when you've got the conducts, I think we'd go together. Yeah, so it'd be nice. That was better, I think. That was nice. I don't know even... I would stick with her all the way. Don't look out to the front there. I think it's nicer if you would just stick with her there. That was really good, coming back up. Do you want to... Can we... I know I was over here, but I would really, really go... Because what's great is if we get that burry, really travel, and then it sort of takes us by surprise, that pirouette, a little bit. But it was... that's what I love, when you see she did 3 really sharp pirouettes suddenly, bang on the music, and that's really what it should be, and that's what well, I'll keep saying Peter likes that, but that's what Peter wants as well. He really wants it to have that. So you've got that lyrical buri, 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 and then suddenly the pirouette, smack, and then we're into the arabesque. So, but if you can get as much over here before, and you really go as far as you can, Matthew, for that. So shall we go, do you know when she's gone the second back bend after the pirouette? And we can go into that, and then we'll... That's all right, that's good. Yeah, much nicer, that. So when we get to there, that's really good, sharp. Now this is the bit where we make as much of that, so it really looks very expansive, ballerina, ballerina, and right down, and I think a little bit round, because I thought maybe her foot was it wasn't the best angle. To not enough. I think, let's have a look. I would have liked a bit more of that.
Okay.
I think. Is that what you've been doing or not?
I think we were doing too much.
So much? Okay, fine. Okay. And then that's, so we've done that and we go back. That was nice. Really time that together. So it's seeing you together, back, and now get a Matthew right. She's going to go onto that foot. Because all the time coming back to that is really good. Shall we go back to that? Mm-hmm. I'm sitting here because I can see better. Yes, first one into the développé, or do you want to go into the second one? Oh, no, too much now. Sorry. That's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. Foot at the end as well. Let's do that again. Shall we do that again? Yeah. I didn't know which version you were doing. There is two versions of this, and I was about to say you were off the music, but then I realised you were doing that. No, it's fine. What were we doing with the port de bras there? It looked better on the first side than the second side. Looked a bit odd, I think. So, G, that one there.
Which is a funny angle.
Yeah, yeah. I think really go over it, maybe. There. Really over it, yeah. Da, 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 now. And then really get her. And now this is hard because there's quite a lot of momentum and it was swung round. So I think really hold on to her. Let her, don't go with her here. She's doing that, but you hold on to her and let her just do all of that. And then do the rond de jambe round. And then this second one. Yeah, D. Try that down. Yeah, that. Whoa, that's weird, isn't it, on that foot? Yeah. Maybe over. Think over. and over, and arabesque. Could we get quicker round, Matthew? Could you get round to her when you flick round, get to that position so we don't see you going around there. We just see her turning beautifully. Sorry. Yeah. You did it in 2 then. If you could do it in 1, it'd be brilliant.
No, it's left.
Left. Try the other way. Go on, try the other way. Back. Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna go to 2 feet or 1? We're gonna stick a leg out. Stick a leg out. Yeah. Shall we try that step? It's tricky, this step. Let's try it. Yeah, because you're doing a lot that way. I would go croisé and then come around there, and now we get the change of body there. Yeah. Can you do that on the other side as well? Yeah. It naturally happens there. Yeah. Okay, can we go into the pirouettes? That's it. Nice. Just get on a leg at the end. Over. That's it. Ah! That was a little bit too much force then, I think, was there? A little bit scary.
Should we pick up second side?
Yeah. That was nice on the first time. Just after that promenade, then you have to, it's quite quick to get her back up, to get on balance, so then she can put her off there. So we just hear the first one, and then we just go into the next one. So straight on the first. Travel this, yeah, that's it. Travel it. Good. Okay, we'll stop there. Thank you. Good. That was the second time around. Well, that worked better. Then we've got, what have we got? Oh, these really nice and less than normally happens, but just can you hold on to the so we see the ponche and then it's quite quick to go into the bourrée, so we don't have an in-betweeny moment.
If I bring the leg down so it's not in between,
yeah.
Can we hold?
Yeah.
Just that moment?
Yes. Yeah. So it's just not seeing a funny leg coming in. Yeah. Okay. That. Yeah. You've got gorgeous legs, but the. Let's just do without the music, just to see. So that way, right over. That's lovely. Bring her arm over there, and then that's nice. And then we see that. And this is great when you travel it like that because it then adds. There. And this is quite clever that you sort of go back.
Yeah, we were told to crab.
That's good. I don't think in the old days they used to do that, and we were knackered because you're right over here, then you have to run to there, so it's actually good. It works well. Just be careful on one of them. I think the leg really, because you get excited, then both of you just stretch the back leg on the ton of A, on the arabesque.
Okay.
Then Matthew, pretty good, because there's always a problem with keeping her flat. Maybe you could even give her a little that way, out of your hands. And then, this is good. It could even be more, see that hand over there. And you know there is that thing that Peter quite likes, that you could be, boom. So so you finish the pirouette and you go, over there. He says Margot Fontaine used to always do that. That's the challenge. If Margot Fontaine. We do love her. So, do you know what I mean about that, Matthew? Shall we try? Just so she comes out of the hand. Shall we do it with music? Because it's easier for the... So just going into the pas de chars. That's it. Yeah. Very nice. Good. I wasn't going to stop because it was good. Yeah, just a little bit late. But no, it's very good. I think it is, isn't it? It's because that was good, the swing round, but it's just getting out of it. Then you get a bit staggery, don't you? Do you want him to hold on to you a little bit longer?
I have to run.
Yeah.
No, less maybe.
Yeah. So if we maybe try this, if you're on the spot, really think of that going on the spot, so we can get her up there, and then she's free to go and do it as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that too far away at the beginning?
No, that's good. That's exciting. Yeah. Yeah. We want the excitement of it, don't we? And the pas de chars, you know, I said he was strong. He's like, he can do that, and it looks... And this, the very first one, you really got that. It really brilliant. Yeah.
Not the second.
Not the second one. That was been subtle in that. That was been subtle. Shall we do into the last pirouette? Well, just mark the last pirouette and then going into that. So Matthew, did you go to the middle when you did that for that? Yeah, that's good. But just think of it more on the spot, so you've got her up there. Back up there, let it go. Sound effects are good. One. Wow. Thank you, Grant. Thank you. So sometimes the conductor is a little bit kind there, and for that second one, we'll just pull it out slightly to get you on the shoulder, because you did feel, this was before going onto the shoulder, you did feel still a bit pushed, didn't you?
A little bit, but
Yeah. It was better. It was better than the time before. But then what's happening with the pirouette?
we're doing the right, and there's just
Yeah,
something about
something.
jumping backwards
Back,
with
yeah.
much of a turn.
Yeah. Maybe Grant, when they're in rehearsal, maybe just do a little bit just on that, just as they run in there. And then are we comfortable here? You feel quite far back. I didn't know whether maybe you needed to be a little bit more around for the finger pointers. What do you feel?
Can we just listen to that, because
Yeah.
the preparation needs to be a little
Yeah.
bit sooner.
Should we go from the second on the shoulder? So shall we hear that again and do the pirouettes? And let's see what we get to. How many are you doing? Sorry, are you doing a go 1, 2, 3, 4? The fourth one, yeah. Yeah, and as sharp with that head and keep pulling up with her. Don't spin around. Don't do that. No, he's doing that and you're doing that. Do you want to lead in?
I'd like to do
the second one. Okay, so first one. That's it. Round. Good. 2. 1. 2, 3, 4. Go, go, go. Keep the head going. Keep the head going. That's it. While we'll just wait, we'll hold off that final climax. Very good. These look really good, and just after she's done her, she's done the lift, gone back. I can see that she gets a bit like that when she comes round. So I think some can go in. So you've done yours. You come out with shoulder lift just before the pirouette again. She just gets a little bit. Looks like she's, yeah, so can we get to, so we're there, then get her on, then, this was nice, you look like you're in a nice position, then you did now this, you've got to try, give her that hand and really help her with, maybe pull her up with that hand, that might help her.
I think I'm leading that bit.
Yeah, and you take charge.
I can give that to you.
You're the man. Yeah. And these are really nice, maybe a little, because you actually, it's exciting because you let her go to there. But I would maybe just a little bit of a, just so we, that moment.
Okay.
Do you want to do those again? Do you mind? Or is you all right? This is very nice, smooth going. Just before, when we get back down, I think of her against your hip, so we don't get that swing when she comes down, you know, from the shoulder. So this was really good. You did that, and then you came round. And then just as tight as possible against you, so then she can just go exactly arabesque and feel comfortable. Okay, we'll just go into the assemblées. Tight. Oh, ah. In. Cross, 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 cross. Little comedy moment with the shoe. It's good.
Sorry,
No.
they were steadier than...
Yeah, very good, very good. Just that coming down is a little uncomfortable, isn't it? Maybe,
Just slightly too
yeah,
low,
yeah, yeah. So you have to keep her up there, and then, can you try and get up? Oh, oh, oh. There we are. This is lovely. This position is gorgeous. There, there, now, and keep it tight against you. Lauren, try not to go like, I know it's, can you be more that way as you're coming down?
I can. I find what's hard is that, well, I think the boy's meant to put me down, and I
Turn around. Yeah.
Otherwise, he's there, and I think that's a bit too. I think what you're trying to do is too hard.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, get her up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we are. Very nice, very nice. There, round. Get her down there. Yeah, 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 yeah. And just if you cannot go, we can see the top of your body, yeah, going down. So then we know it's happening. It's nice if we don't know it's happening. Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
And then just, pirouette was gorgeous. I just didn't think you were quite, you wanted to be a bit more over on your leg on the ponche and...
You've got me back.
Yeah, yeah, just a little, just a...
This one isn't split, is it?
No, no, just there. There. There, that's it. And there's no more than that, yeah, up. And then we're chadam. Gorgeous, yeah, good. And then just these, this was great, go nice, lovely balance, then nice and creamy through the foot. This was crossed, and then this was a bit open. Boom, yeah, 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 yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Just to finish nicely without a shoe coming off, shall we do that last pirouette? Shall we go from...
No one noticed.
Where should we go for? Yeah. Oh, do the cross. So, do you know where he goes? She's boring around. Da, da. It's quite nice, Matthew, if you can get there before, that you give the hand and then she says, "Thank you, darling, I'll go round and afterwards." So, Lauren, if you don't do it together, it's quite nice if he's there a little bit earlier. For you've walked around after that, yeah.
Okay.
So it's quite nice if he goes in and you say, thank you.
Okay.
Bro. Do you know where we are, Grant? Very nice.
Come and talk to me. Can I give this to you? Have it. There we go.
Just for these guys.
Oh, you're mic'd already.
I'm mic'd,
Excellent.
so
We'll
it's
give the
for
mic to
these two. I'll give you that.
Excellent.
He'll start singing soon.
I'll give you a chance to get your breath back and speak to Kevin first. In terms of pas de deux, where does that sit difficulty-wise?
I think there are probably versions of the Nutcracker pas de deux that are more difficult, more steps, but it's the purity of this and getting it all so refined, and it looks like spun sugar, and it's just so delicious that you want to actually sugar plum fairy. It is about that. It looks so fine and delicate and yet steely and strong as well at the same time. So it's getting that balance, which is really tough.
And how long have you been in rehearsal for?
Well, these two have been very busy doing a few weeks. They've been doing this, but they've been doing a week. yes, a few weeks. But they've been doing, of course, Lauren's been on in Pigeons, and they've been doing Tchaikovsky Pas de Deux before that. And so it's a constant, you know, battle to try and find the right rehearsal time when they're ready to really push on us on something like this, and then when to go easy on it. So it's just trying to. But now it will rev up, and of course they're doing the cinema. So that's another challenge as well. It's an added dimension to it all, I think. So you've got one show before, then the cinema, and then one afterwards. So it's quite a nice combination.
This is the couple you'll see in the cinema on the night.
Yes,
There's different casts, aren't there? But this is the one
yeah.
on the night. So Matthew, for you, in terms of partnering, what do you need from your partner to make it exciting?
That's a good question. You know, with partnering, it's different every time. I think coming on stage, you just kind of find that connection. And every role has a different aspect to it. So what we find together is just to, I don't know, our personalities are quite similar in the sense of, you know, more or less just going for it and happy. So at these moments on stage, I think we just bring that energy together.
Do you tailor your performance any differently for a cinema audience?
I mean, you know, it's performing live, so yeah. Performing live is always something that wherever you are, you know, you just put everything into it. Cinema is important because it's a chance to look at it again, you know, and it's really nice that people around the world can see it. So. Yeah.
And Lauren, for you, it's an unusual role because it's a one-off performance, isn't it? Do you have to get into character for that?
Well, luckily we come on in the beginning of the act, so you start in the magical Sugar Plum Kingdom, and it's a really nice way to feel comfortable on the stage and feel calm, because I have to say that although it seems like it's just a divert, it's incredibly hard. Very challenging and very tiring, and because it's one of the most beautiful scores for ballet, you want to give everything, so you don't save in any moment. By the end, you're just exhausted. I am.
As we can see just from the rehearsal, definitely.
Yeah, after that, Matt continues to do a fairly short solo. The Sugar Plum has an incredibly long solo, followed by a coda and a super coda. So it really is, it's quite challenging, and you don't want to feel like you're reserving anything for the end. So you have to work a lot on stamina.
Now, a little bird told me that you have different perfumes in your dressing room for different roles. Do you have a perfume for this role?
I do have a Sugar Plum Fairy perfume.
And what is it?
It was made for the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh, but
so
I'm glad you didn't say Britney Spears.
No, it's not, although I'm willing to give it a try. It's not.
Now, we've got a question for you, actually, from somebody watching on YouTube. She's called
right.
Alba, and
Okay.
she says it's her dream to be at the Royal Ballet. She's planning to audition for the upper school in a couple of years, so do you have any advice?
Work hard every day. Make every sacrifice you need to make in order to try and fulfill your dream. And don't worry about needing to blend in too much with your friends that are trying to fit in many other social aspects and things like that. Just do what you need to do to fulfill your own dream. Yeah, that's it.
Is it a life's dedication, Matthew?
Yeah. Good answer, no? Yeah, we put everything into it, so we definitely sacrifice a lot. I left home at a young age, so to leave Canada and come all the way across the world to come here and be a part of this wonderful place, it's a dream come true.
Kevin, what are you hoping that people get out of the cinema performance when they're watching?
Well, I love the fact that so many people can, you know, because we're so lucky to be here at the Royal Opera House and have 2,500 people watching us every night, but to have 60, 70,000 people watching across the country, you know, and getting out.
And the world.
People, and then the world after that, you know, is fantastic. And it's really, I think what's changed about it from when we first started doing it is people are going now like they go to the theatre, so they're going in groups, going together and really enjoying the experience. Plus you get some of the knowledge in the interval, and we talk about things like this actually that people in London can get to see but people outside can't, so we try and give a bit of the information to enjoy it even more.
Well, thank you very much for letting us into that rehearsal. Thank you, Lauren, Matthew and Kevin.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And Brian as well. Thank you, gorgeous.
So, thank you. You did just see them rehearse there, and you can, as we've mentioned, see them live in cinemas wherever you are in the world, December the 16th. To find your closest cinema, what you need to do is head to roh.org.uk/cinema. What better way to get in the festive mood? OK, onwards. To finish this evening, guest principal ballet master Christopher Carr is going to lead a rehearsal with first soloist James Hay and soloist Fumi Kaneko. So welcome, Christopher, first of all. Hello, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Pleased to meet you. Yeah.
So it's your job to stage the whole ballet. Is that daunting?
It was at 12 o'clock today when I had a room full of probably about 200 dancers in there from White Lodge, the upper school, the whole of the Royal Ballet Company, trying to get through Act 1 in 3 hours. It took me 2.5 hours to get through it once, so I didn't complete it twice. I was supposed to, but I didn't make it.
So you've been officially behind schedule now?
I am. But what we did was good, which is the main thing. It's better to sort of take your time and get it good once, rather than trying to belt through it and you know, keep with the schedule. At least what we did was good.
And how many casts are you working with?
Well, there's 2 casts of children, and there's probably about 6 or 7 casts of sugar plums and princes. Quite a lot. They're quite common, those. But there's about 4 casts of Arabians, 3 casts of Spanish, 3 casts of Chinese, 3 casts of Trepak. So when you try and get all that together, it's quite difficult and complicated, because if you're not doing a Chinese, you can become a Trepak. And if you're not a nephew, you become a Drosselmaier's assistant. And so it's a massive jigsaw puzzle. I mean, really, really difficult.
You're making my brain hurt. We've seen some pieces of set come in.
Yes.
Talk us through what we're about to see then.
We're about to see something totally different from that. I mean, after seeing all these beautiful lines and beautiful arms and beautiful arabesques, we're not going to see that anymore. No more of that.
Okay,
we've done that. We're now going to see wooden dolls. This is a soldier doll and a vivandière doll, which we have over here. And so they are brought into the party scene by Drosselmeier, as well as the Nutcracker doll, which he gives to Clara. So it's part of his trick to kind of turn the Nutcracker back into a prince. And so that's it, really. I mean, it's just... there are 4 dolls in all. There are these 2 dolls and another 2 dolls.
Well, I shall hand over to you.
OK, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Right, so here we have our 2 dolls here, have Kaneko and James, all right, who have done it many times. But they've not rehearsed it as yet, because I've been saving them specially for this evening. Before we start, and before they start, actually, it must be one of the most difficult starts in a number that there is. I must say I wouldn't like to be a soldier doll or a vivandière doll, because before you start, you have to get behind your box. Is this true? And you have to wheel your box on. Yeah, you have to put the box onto a mark. Yeah. All musically operated, yeah? It has to be timed specifically. Then you have to, just to show you the back of a box, seeing as this is a very special insight evening. You've probably never seen the back of a box before. This is the back of the box, yeah? So there's a bar for them to pull it on and off with, yes? There's also a slit in the back, yeah? So when you arrive with your box, James, yeah, so you've put your box onto the mark, you then have to put your hand through the back of the box and unlatch the box, because the box is locked. So he unlocks the box, yeah. Drosselmeier opens this one, the assistant opens this one. So we open the box like this, and the box is empty, yeah? So then the box closes again, and then Drosselmeyer does his abracadabra trick like this. They then got in through the slit at the back very quickly, and then there is like one quick 8 for both the boxes to open at the same time, yeah? So then the box opens, and there they are, yeah? When you get into the box, which has been done, which is not good, especially the girl, because she's wearing a skirt, she can actually get the skirt caught in the slit. So when she arrives here and the box opens, of course, we have this great gaping hole at the back, which is not good, right? So when they get in through, they have to make sure that the slit is shut behind them, and then the doors open, yeah, and then we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, right? And then we start. James has quite a tall hat on. So this has always also been done, which is not good, is that when he jumps out the box, he has to make sure that he doesn't hit the hat on the top of the box. Yes, so he has to make sure his head is forward. So we can try musically. I'll open your box. Fumi, you'll just have to, we won't do you. I'll just do James only. All right? So this is actually what is supposed to happen from the beginning. I hope I don't go wrong. I've never done this before. Right, so Fumi, you're fine just to rest? Yeah. So from the beginning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open the box. Close the box. Magic time. All right, okay. So it is quite tricky because you're relying on Drosselmeyer and the assistant for the boxes to open and close. So it's very difficult. Okay, we'll just close the box. We'll forget the boxes for the minute. Right, so if we just go... because you both do separate steps, I can look at one and then I can look at the other so I don't go cross-eyed. So this is the center which we very much have to use. So if you just give me the quick 8, James, I'll just do you first. Yep. And 7, 8, 1. And 1, 1, 1, 1, and. All right, okay, very good. The limping out was very good. When you do these squat échappés, you could be slightly not as wide because then it looks more sharp and more effective. Just show me. 7, 8, 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, 8, 1. Okay. So, I did actually know where a vivandière was, but I did also... I know it is a woman who follows soldiers. That's what it is. But I did look on the internet to see, and I didn't know that she follows soldiers actually to sell food and drinks, and probably other things, I don't know. Just leave that to your imagination, but that is what a vivandière is. So the same thing, and 1. 7, 8, 1. Lift the limb. And hold, 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 and 1. All right, okay, all right, good girl. So you just need to have your hands just very slightly higher. So they're just here. Yeah, and then when you do this, it just needs to be a little bit narrower, so they're more dolly-like. Make sure that your wrist is actually... So there's no joint there. They're just absolutely like that, and that, and that, and that. Okay? Together. Make sure you use the center. Just the quick 8. So really sharp, clipped. Ready, and. 7, 8, 1. And hold, 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 Okay, all right. So we've got a mark there. We've all got a good, gorgeous cross. Gorgeous, yes? So we could have been a little bit nearer to each other here because Jane's had massive mileage to do to go around you. When you do the squats, your feet aren't quite together, which would be lovely if they were, on the down, out, down. There's a little space between. Just get them closer. Yeah, and pick up your knees just going round her. Just do the skips for me. So I want to see this shape. I want to see this. And 1 and 2. Right, James, can you just hold them up a little longer instead of just going? So I just see da. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Right, going on, James. Yeah, so Fumi, just rest. Sell your food and your drinks. Are you there? Yeah. Ready? Just give us 5, 6, 7, 8 in. And hold, 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 hold. All right, good boy. Yeah. Just try, if you can do ritiro passi in front, it would be better. Because you're doing ya da dee da da. So if it's just in front, would be lovely. Then really quickly, up, down, diddly ya, up, down, diddly ya. Just once more, the same thing. 5, 6, 7, 8 in. And hold. In front, hold, and. Use your head. And. All right, good, good. Okay, same thing. It's a doddle in bits, isn't it, really? It's much easier. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8, Fumi. Ready, and. 5, 6, 7, and. All right, okay, yeah. So it's quite, give us a whole 8. It's hard to pick up. 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has to start out. We'll give you a whole 8 in because it's a bad start. Use your arm like a windscreen wiper. Ya-ta-ta, ya-ta-ta, ya-ta-ta. And then you're doing a massive ensemble. Don't do that. 5, 6. Just get your feet together. Then you're doing releve, aren't you? 1, 2, single, single, double out. Yeah, you're just a little bit like this. It'd be much better if we weren't. Yeah, it'd be much tighter. A full 8 in for her. Ready, and. 1, 1, 1, 1, and. Strong arm. And up. Use your head. And. All right. Okay. So then, together, we've done 5, 6, 7, 8. So, are we doing 6 yet? We are. Yeah, 6th. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, James, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what's in the score. Yeah, so it completes almost. It's neater. Yeah. Are you doing Dolly Arms? Yes? Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Yes. Now you're right on centre, aren't you? Have you got 1, 8 before Padabore? Just 1, 8 before Padabore? And 1, 2, out. And sharp knees. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So just 5, 6, 7, 8 into James's wonderful releve turns. Just rest. Yeah. Just 5, 6, 7, 8. And up, up, and up, pull in. All right, okay. This would be better. Strong stomach. Yeah. Just once more. So it's really do the down as well as the up. Up, down, really mechanical. 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Plie, plie, plie. All right, okay, love the last pirouette. We got slightly off the rhythm. Yeah, let's do once more. Fumi going round you. Just 5, 6, 7, 8 in. Fumi, yeah. So you won't be as far out as that, and you'll be slightly more, yeah, you should, it says you actually should start on center, but it's better if you start a little bit this side. All the way round into center. Yeah? Ready, and. And, 1. And a 1. 1. All right, okay, all right, yeah, good. So that time was better because you're right in the rhythm after the double. Yeah, and I loved the last pirouette. It was the best. Make sure that you lift the limp, especially when you're coming back. Fumi, we get like, yeah, that's it, you've got to lift it. So now we're sharing center. We've also hopefully be level. So after the last crossing, you've got to go slightly up, you've got to come slightly down. Yeah? So what are we doing now? We're doing and. Up, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Yeah? Okay. Just on the positones, Dolly Arm. Ya-da-dee-da-da. Have you got the last limping? Just play the end of her positones into dividing. And. Here we go. All right, okay. So Fumi, this is the end of you going round into limping out. Just the end of the positones, finishing on center. Ready, and. Here we go. 1. And. 5th. 5, 6, 7, 8, and. All right. So James, you're trying to do 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Yeah? Yeah? And what are you doing? You're doing 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Right on the end. When you divide first, don't go so far, because then it makes the last crossing incredibly hard. There's no marks here, but I would have said the middle red light when we get the lights. I would have thought. Just about as far as that. Okay. Yeah, so not too wide, because it makes it harder to get to the place than to do these quite difficult turns, actually. Yeah. Let's do the same place. Same place. Oh, it's tough being a doll. Same thing. Ready, and. And 1. Plie. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good, very good. You're very slightly behind. You are. Ya-da-dee-da-da. You're very slightly behind. Yeah, but the leg on the fouette, they're coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I need to anticipate that coming out.
Ya-ba-dee-da-da-dee-da. Yeah. Okay. Just once more. It's vital you're together, because that's where the effect is. Your limp coming back is very tired. Darling, it's so tired. Lift it, the same as the first side. Yeah? Same thing. So fouettes together. Ya-da-dee-da-da. On the out of the devant. Yeah? Ready, and. And 1. 1. Okay, I loved the last pirouette. So all we have to do now is do all of it. It's very short, but it's hard. The beginning is incredibly hard to get out the box, yeah, which we won't do, yeah. So we're going to remember all the things, feet together, nice, not too wide on the échappés, dolly arms, knees up, not just doing down, down, skippy, skippy. They're mechanical skips. Yeah, try and do the retiras in front. What else was there? Mechanical pas de bourrées, dolly arms coming in. Yeah, better on this. Yeah. On the music. 7, 8. Yappa dee da da. Yeah, I don't mind this. 7, 8.
And 1. Just to get.
So you're on, so long as you're up on the wada dee da da.
Is that okay?
Yes, just do it for me. Just try it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. It's quite a mouthful, but you've got to be up on the 1. You sure you want to do that?
I would rather have the preparation. It's very difficult.
To do 8, 1.
Impetus.
All right, so you're doing the and. Okay. Just make sure you're on the music.
Of course, yes.
We'll just have the 1 quick 8. Yeah, and the best of luck to you. Ready, and 7, 8, 1. Hold, 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 and get close, center, and hold, 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 and knees, and good, James. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. 8, 1. 1. Out, 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 out. 8, and.
Wonderful start.
Well done, well done. Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. It was very different as well, like you
It's
said.
very different and difficult. It's very difficult. There's everything in there. Pirouettes, double tours, rigidity passes, jumps, posy turns, everything.
Well, I
Yeah.
enjoyed that greatly. Another round of applause, please, for Fumi and James and Christopher. Thank you. And that is just about it from us. So thank you to Grant Green on the piano over there. Thank you, Grant. And of course, thank you to our dancers, James Hay, to Fumi Kaneko, to Matthew Golding and Lauren Cuthbertson, who you saw this evening. And thanks to Christopher Carr and Kevin O'Hare as well. Thank you very much to our audience here at Covent Garden and to you at home as well. The one and only Darcy Bussell is going to be hosting the Cinema Relay live on the 16th of December, so do join her for that. It's going to be very festive, I'm sure, wherever you are around the world. And to finish, here is a little taster of what's in store. Good night.